Hey everybody, what's up? This is Mo here. Here to talk to you a little bit about something I want to share with you. When I played football, I love to play in what I call the perfect conditions for me. That was like maybe the temperature was like 50 to like 75 degrees. There was no wind, there was no rain, there was no precipitation, it wasn't cold, there was no wind. The field was perfect. So the conditions were perfect for success. And I usually perform pretty well in those type of conditions. But then, and in life, I'm the same way. I like when I'm on my job or when I'm doing things, other things, endeavors that I have in life, I like to perform in the perfect conditions. But what I learned in football is that the conditions are not always going to be perfect. So there's going to be some games. There were some games where it was raining outside, where the wind was blowing, where the rain was blowing sideways, where it was cold, where it was 15 degrees outside, where it was muddy, like you can't run like you want to. You're gonna slip and slide. So in life, it's the same way. Sometimes we go into work and things are just not the way you want them to be. Sometimes you're in a relationship and things are just not occurring the way you want them to be. Okay, sometimes in other situations with your family, with your business, whatever it is, things are not always going to be perfect. There's going to be some rainy days. There's going to be some thunderstorm type days. So what can we do? I believe that in football, for example, so we practice to prepare for the game. So if it's raining one day during practice, should we go inside and practice inside? No, I don't believe we should. I think we have to prepare in that condition so that if it happens during the game, we're ready for that condition. We understand how to handle the ball now because it's a little bit differently. It's a little bit different than when it's a dry ball. We understand how to run on that wet surface because it's different than when it's a dry surface. We understand we can't cut as fast. We got to do things a little bit differently. We got to change the size of our cleats on the bottom of our shoes. Okay, maybe we can't go out there with no sleeves on. We got to wear something underneath that's going to keep us warm. Okay, we got to bring a towel outside. Same thing with life. The same thing in life. You can prepare yourself for these situations that are not ideal for you, that are not perfect, because you know what? They're going to come. So while the conditions are right, when you go to situations and the conditions are right, they're perfect, the way you want them to be, set up some situations, think about some situations, think about some times, put yourself in some scenarios that, hey, what if this happens? What if I'm running my business one day and 500 customers show up and I'm used to only handling 100? What are you going to do? Are you going to turn away 400 customers? What if one day you go to work and you own a business and 5 employees shut down? How are you going to handle that? Okay, what if one day you and your significant other are not getting along with each other? How are you going to handle that? So talk about these things, think about these things before they occur, so that they don't become devastations, that they don't become detriments to you, that you can still perform in those situations. Because in life and in football, there's going to be stormy days. There's going to be cold weather. There's going to be fields that are not ideal. Okay, you're going to be cold. The wind's going to be blowing sideways, so you're not going to be able to pass the ball as effectively. What are you going to do in those situations when things are not perfect, when things are not ideal? What are you going to do? Prepare. Think about those situations before they come. And when they do come, if you can set up some scenarios before then that can get you ready for those game day situations, because if the game comes and those situations occur and you're not ready, you're not going to be able to perform the same way. So in life, just know that bad things are going to happen. Situations are going to occur that are not ideal, that are not the way you want them to be, but you still got to be able to come through. Prepare yourself, get yourself ready for those situations, and you can still succeed despite those negative or obstacle type situations. Peace.